Hello, everybody. David Shuster here. There's an old story about an emperor who was so crazy that he mistook his own hallucinations for revelations from the gods. Well, in our time, we have Donald J. Trump, an emperor not of Rome, but of the Republic of Dunces. And Trump mistakes his incoherent babblings and uninformed delusions for economic policy. Recently, in an interview with the great insane asylum for conservatives, Newsmax, Trump spoke about decreasing the high costs of drugs.
And I think we're going to be very successful fairly soon. We'll have drug prices coming down by 500, 600, 800, even 1,200%.
Okay, I'm going to speak slowly here and with fewer syllables so that even the maggots might be able to follow this. A 100% reduction lowers the price to zero. Anything more than that, and the pharmaceutical companies or the drugstore would have to give you the product for free, and they would owe you money. So, according to Donald Trump's prediction, drug companies are going to make some drugs free and start giving consumers as much as 1,200% off. That means a drug that normally costs, say, $100 will come free and you will get $1,200. 500% off, a $100 drug would be free and you would get $500. Somewhere, Adam Smith's invisible hand is slapping itself in the face. Yet Trump said it with the self-confidence only available to a man untroubled by the ghost of a single statistic or the faintest shade of arithmetic. In Trump's world, a world constructed entirely of golden toilets, grievance-stuffed speeches, and the horse barking of sycophants, numbers are not measurements but incantations. They do not mean anything. They are merely shouted louder and louder until the mob believes them, or at least no longer cares to argue. This is not merely ignorance. Ignorance can be forgiven, say, in a plumber or a mechanic. This is a triumphant, roaring celebration of stupidity, a waltz around the bonfire of reason with the Trump man dressed as its master of ceremonies, hurling common sense into the flames like a witch doctor possessed. But the tragedy is not that Donald Trump is stupid. The tragedy is that his stupidity has become a kind of folk religion for millions of people who treat his every belch as if it were a gift from Einstein. They do not question, they do not calculate, they believe. And in this democracy, this once proud republic of Jefferson and Madison, the measure of truth has become not what is accurate, but what is shouted by a man on television lacquered in orange foundation and wearing extra long, ridiculous ties. Donald Trump is no longer a political figure. He is a mood, a man-sized rash. He is the spiritual successor to every snake oil peddler, every tent revival fraud, every back alley numerologist who promised salvation for 3 easy payments of $19.99. Only now the stakes are nuclear codes, the global economy, and the wholesale demolition of empirical thought. Donald Trump promises 500% reductions or 1,200% reductions because he knows it does not matter. Trump could promise to bring back dinosaurs, tax the moon, or legislate away gravity, and his MAGA faithful would nod in bovine approval. Trump's words are not vehicles of policy, they are instruments of tribal belonging. Meaning is irrelevant. Effect is beside the point. All that matters is that Trump said it, and the rubes can now chant it like a spell at their next backyard barbecue. We are not witnessing politics anymore. We are witnessing a ritual. The blind genuflection before the altar of idiocy. And Trump, in all his greasy golden excess, is both high priest and village fool. The village idiots who support him aren't much better. Not all MAGA folks, of course, are morons, but most morons are MAGA.
The numbers speak for themselves.
Okay, so the numbers in an election speak for themselves.
As far as if he's defeated or if he would win, I mean, you have to concede. You can't.
You do have to concede?
Well, sure.
Well, but Trump didn't concede.
Okay, I see where this is going.
Without a religion or without any kind of religion or basis of religion in the U.S., the country will fall apart.
Can I read you the First Amendment? Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Yeah, it means you can have any religion you want to, But right now, Christianity, unfortunately, is on the downturn, according to a latest poll I saw.
Doesn't it also mean that Congress cannot promote or deny religion?
Yeah, they can, or they can't deny or promote one, yes.
So if Congress passes a law or makes a declaration, we are a Christian nation, doesn't that go against the First Amendment?
Yeah, kind of.
I think there was just a poll that said that 61% of Republicans think that we should declare the United States is a Christian nation.
Well, I wouldn't have any problems with that. I mean, it's a freedom of religion, so.
But the First Amendment says the government can not stop religion, but also can't establish religion. So wouldn't we be establishing religion if Congress passed something that said we are a Christian nation?
I don't think anything like that will pass.
Is the Earth round or flat?
The Earth's flat.
Do you think the Earth is round or flat?
I know we didn't go to the moon.
In Miami, the good liars asked if the Earth is round or flat at a Trump rally.
We didn't go to the moon?
No, we didn't go to the moon.
Why do you say that?
Because you can't get out of the atmosphere.
Round or flat?
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure? Could be flat?
Could be.
The sheer stupidity, disregard for logic, and fact-free existence would be comical if it wasn't so corrosive. Trump and MAGA have made America dumber, poorer, less safe, less enlightened. A nation that used to revere and reward education now scoffs at it. A society that once looked honestly at history and sought to learn from it now finds history insulting or in need of a whitewash. Logic, facts, and the scientific method have been replaced by feelings and conspiracies and whatever else dear leader mumbles. This is where much of America is now in 2025. And with each passing Trump pronouncement and each absurd claim, it all gets even worse. By the way, Donald Trump recently fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics for reporting data that Trump didn't like.
President Trump angry over a disappointing jobs report, firing a Labor Department official who releases the data.
Government data showed 73,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy last month, fewer than expected. The numbers for May and June were revised downward. President Trump on Friday explaining why he fired Bureau of Labor Statistics Commissioner Erica McIntyre.
I believe the numbers were phony, just like they were before the election, and there were other times. So you know what I did? I fired her.
Fired because the president or whoever decided to fire the director just did it because they didn't like the numbers. They had to grow up.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular was from Ryan, who wrote, "Yep, I've been saying this for 20 years. If Trump runs this country like he does his business, we are truly Indeed. I look forward to reading your comments about Donald Trump failing basic math. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.